Hey guys, it's Burgos here, and in this video I'm going to talk about the different segments in the pet auction house, so you know what kind of people most likely you're targeting when you're selling your pet. Like this, you're going to make the best optimizations for your pet, so this pet gets sold, get that gems, and change your account forever. So I'm going to start with the first segment, and this is going to be buy stars. I know here we're talking about the attributes of the pet, but we're going to go there. First, I'm going to go over 0 stars. In the 0 stars, most likely you're going to target somebody are trying to buy the pet with the best stats. This is the place where for example, for Sapphire Farjurak, the intelligence, spirit, and luck is going to matter the most because it's cheap for the people to buy this pet. And in the same time, they're not going to be like me spending 5,000 regenerational potions and not getting anything in return. My Sapphire Farjurak is still looking horrible even after 5k regenerational potion. So there's going to be people who may actually decide, and this can go from mid spender and above, just can decide, okay, I'm going to get this pet, and this is the most cheap way I'm going to receive this pet with the best stats. Obviously, this Sapphire Farjurak is not looking nice because it's not having the full 310 spirit, so the improved play boom to hit like 2 extra legions. Now this one is also not looking so good. So if I'm looking for Sapphire Farjurak, I'm going to look for the spirit, but this is a topic for completely different video. But on 0 star, people are going to look to buy the pet that they're going to actually work over this pet. So this is the best place to go if you're in your regeneration, you hit some crazy stats here. If you're free to play player, this can be a game changing for your account because you're going to receive gems, and these gems you can spend on Wheel of Destiny, you can spend in the Wookiee Wheel, you can spend in the artifact, and actually start getting very strong account. At cost is going to be that you're going to sell this pet to somebody else, but pet is not everything, and from here you can basically boost couple systems. This is hero system, artifact system, and on top of that you can buy some extra pet skills for your already existing pets and that you're working for. So here most likely the buyers is going to look over the stats of your pet. Now in same time, here one more tip is if you have a farm, what I mean by that is you have second accounts with your farm. Every day you're gathering some pets outside your castle, and you're looking to sell all of these pet coins, all of these pet skills to get pet coins. This is perfect, and at one point you may actually hit decent amount of pet coins, this exchange coins. So from your main you can just put something here to be sold, and you can buy it with your farm. This is going to transfer the farm pet coins into gems in your main account. This is also a very nice strategy, but it have to happen here in this range, so to be the most cheap for your pet. Because let's be honest, if you have to collect like 500,000 pet coins to buy something from your farm to buy something from you in the auction house, this can actually take so much time. So there is even opportunity to actually, you know, transfer some of the resources from your farm in form of gems. At least this is what I think. Now let's go over the next segment, and this is 1 star. Now 1 star is most likely the place where actually nobody is buying. Basically nobody is buying. If we scroll up, maybe we're going to see somebody's buying something, but the majority of the people don't care about this 1 star because 1 star can be so easily achieved. So you can see that there is no buyers here. If we go over the 0 star, we may actually see somebody doing some buying, maybe. Okay, so far we also don't have anybody here. So and the main reason behind is right now all these pets are outdated. Those pets are outdated. We have only this one, Mosrock Auroch, so maybe the skills here is not something that the buyer are looking for to spend like 199k. The other good pet and new pet is Auric Warhound. Obviously these two stats are very nice, but the luck is very bad, so maybe the people are going to skip. Wells is going to look for 3 stats to be very nicely done. And again, Auric Moss Roach. This time the strange is not that good, and the rage skill is strange related. So here, yeah, it's little hard for the Wells to actually, you know, it's not actually hard, but if somebody is getting attributes like S tier like this, and agility full and endurance full, they're going to maybe try to get something in extra by making this Mossrock Auroch next levels, I mean next star levels, but the chance to somebody to buy this pet is going to be low if you try to increase the price of this pet. So if you get some good results, I think no star is going to fit the best. For 1 star, I don't think somebody is actually looking that much, but it's going to be, if somebody actually will look here, it's going to be for same reason. It's going to be, people are going to look a pet that is having decent attributes. Now let's jump over the one that I think is going to sell the most, and this is a 2-star pet. Now, why I think 2-star pet is going to sell the most? Oh my god, Boaty MC Boatface, this bad boy non-stop buying stuffs. Here, you're going to, first of all, maybe Wells can go for this one, just to get the pet with decent, how to say it, strength, endurance, and for example, agility for this pet. For example, it's going to be way more easy for the Wells to actually catch something that is good here. But I think the main reason here is going to be the Talon skill. I think Wells is going to try to save time and Karakans just by buying these pets with 2 skills and actually level up the pet and make it 3-star. Obviously, if the pet is old, there is no reason somebody to buy this pet and level up this skill and not just go and directly buy a 3-star pet. Just releasing the 3-star pet and getting the skill there. So yeah, but for 2 stars is going to be the best opportunities is going to arrive when there is a new pet in Call of Dragons. I think this is going to be the time where the people have to sell their 2-star pet, new pet, and there is a decent chance somebody to actually get the new pet. Just because the Wells are not going to farm 2-3 months till they actually receive 3-star pet, 3-star skill, but they're most likely going to buy these 2 stars if they already have a decent pet from point of attributes, releasing this pet, and then they're going to get the Talon skill and actually level up the pet they're having. On the other side, we may actually face people who is looking to level up their pet or getting for the first time the pet. This is also very decent chance. Right now the mage pets are coming in Call of Dragons with the new heroes most likely, so there is a decent chance some people to make decent amount of gems from this event. But in this segment is going to be a good pet from point of attributes, and the Talon skill is going to be with crucial importance. So if you get in the regeneration 8 swords and just enough to cover these 705 points that is needed from the 3 S tier skills, you can just sell it like this, and you're also going to have a decent chance to actually sell this pet. At least this is my opinion and my observation. And finally, the last segment is going to be 3-star. Here most likely people are going to just directly buy the pet for the 3-star if they already have the pet. For example, Saphir Farjurak, this spirit is absolutely horrible. I don't think somebody is going to buy this pet, but if somebody is having Saphir Farjurak and is having intelligence, spirit, and luck, maybe they can go for the 3-star skills. But the old pets are very hard to be, how to say it, very hard to be sold, maybe from the new players coming in Call of Dragons, and Saphir Farjurak is the season 1 pet for them. They can actually go and maybe try to get this pet. So far Saphir Farjurak is the best mage pet, just because it's hitting multiple targets if you have your spirit and over 310. If you have 310, you have improved Plane Boom, which for 155 they're going to add one extra target, 155 spirit. So this pet may actually continue get value with the time, but the rest of the pets, I'm not quite sure somebody is going to buy rest of the pets. This one is 3-star one. Yeah, you can see the rest of the pets. This is just old pets that people are trying to sell because they have them 3-star. But you know, only maybe Saphir Farjorak and Sand Lizard. I think Sand Lizard is also having a great chance to be bought, but the reason people are going with Sand Lizard is sustainability of the battlefield, and because it's a cheap one, cheap to level up and etc. and start up. So you know, still. But yeah, this is the final segment in the pet action. So if I have to sum up, at the 0-star is going to be people looking to buy the pet with good attributes. So if you get 8 swords and good attributes, this is going to be the place you can actually go for, and the chance to actually sell this pet is pretty decent right there. If you continue going with 1-star, you can actually make 0-star or 2-star. This is going to be the best place where you can put some pet with good stats there. On the 1-star, I don't think it's a good place to put anything. On 2 stars is going to be attributes with the skill, or only the skill is going to take the attentions of the buyers. And 3-star is if somebody didn't actually build some pets back in the days, because we was absolutely the same back in the days. The whales, krakens, players, everybody was having specific amount of warrants for the rage skill. I'm talking about not even whales and krakens have everything like 3-star. So this is a great chance for the whales if they want to boost their mage legion, that they focus investing in the cavalry or catching cavalry pets or catching infantry pets. And, or maybe marksman pets, and they like, okay, I don't care that much about the mages. I have like 5 warrants or 2 warrants per day. I want to be extremely efficient for my account, so they have to make a sacrifice. Back in the days, right now they can basically buy everything that they can. So maybe this is going to be active the next couple months till the people actually, all the whales and krakens, get all the missing pets that they don't have. Because the limitation, even with money, you cannot, you know, break the limitations how many pets you can catch per day for the past maybe year and a half. So there's going to be still market here, but this is the place where maybe is not many people are going to buy here or even open this page. So yeah, I really hope this video helped you guys. Don't forget to hit one like if you enjoyed. Share me your opinion in the comments below, because I think this can be a game changer moment for every player who is WoW spender or free to play for their game. You're going to receive that much gems that you can basically fix one march or getting some artifacts. It's just crazy how much you can actually get from here if you get lucky. So you have to understand well the market and the pet action in general. So yeah, I wish you a great day and see you in the next video.